Welcome, everyone. We're excited to take you through this essential presentation on smoke and fire damage. I'm Hannah, and with me is Kevin, the owner of SERVPRO of Adamstown, Mohnton, Reading Township, and York City.
Thank you for joining us.
Before we dive in, let's take a quick look at what we'll be covering today. Introduction to smoke and fire damage. We'll start with the basics. What happens to your property during a fire and how smoke can be just as destructive as flames. The hidden dangers of smoke damage. Smoke lingers long after a fire is out. We'll discuss unseen risks like toxic residues and structural damage. Key steps in smoke and fire restoration. A step-by-step look at professional restoration from assessment to cleanup and odor removal. Common mistakes and their consequences. Many homeowners try to handle smoke damage on their own. We'll highlight the biggest mistakes and why they can make things worse. Be prepared. Prevent costly repairs. Prevention is key. We'll share practical steps to protect your property before and after a fire. Act now. Protect your property. Finally, we'll discuss why quick action is crucial and how SERVPRO can help get your home or business back to normal. When we think of fire damage, most people imagine charred walls and burnt belongings. But fire damage isn't just about what the flames destroy. Smoke and soot continue to cause serious problems long after the fire is out. Let's break it down into 3 key dangers of smoke and fire damage. So, smoke residue is acidic. It corrodes metal, stains walls, and weakens materials over time. If left untreated, it can lead to irreversible structural damage. Smoke moves fast. Even if a fire is contained to one room, smoke can spread through the vents, cracks, and open spaces, affecting areas that weren't even touched by flames. And it doesn't just leave behind visible stains. Smoke particles embed themselves into walls, carpets, and furniture, leading to lingering odors and potential health risks. The longer you wait, the worse it gets. Smoke damage can become permanent within hours. Walls and ceilings absorb soot, electronics get coated in residue, and even your HVAC system can become contaminated. Kevin, keeping all of that in mind, why is immediate action key with smoke and fire damage?
Professional intervention is going to be the key really here to stop further damage before those effects become permanent and long lasting.
Awesome. That's really eye-opening. So now most people don't realize how dangerous smoke damage can be. Kevin, can you walk us through the biggest risks?
Yeah, so the biggest risks are going to be structural instability. Again, a lot of this is going to be dependent on how severe the damage is, but we have structural instability issues. We have other hidden fire issues, smoldering embers that could be buried that just aren't found yet. Smoke and soot damage, depending on what burned up in the property. You have potentially carcinogenic materials that you could be breathing in. Most fires are put out with water, right? So we have water and mold concerns. Utilities is the electric off? Is the gas off? Is the water been turned off to prevent further flooding? Again, depending on how severe that is. And then obviously just air quality issues and concerns, again, going in and breathing that stuff in.
Wow, that's really good to know and something that might not be obvious at first glance. So, Kevin, if someone experiences smoke or fire damage, what should they do first?
First thing is going to be safety, right? So you want to make sure that you're cleared to re-enter the property, and even once you are cleared, make sure you have the right foot protection if you can. Just make sure you're real careful about how you're entering the property, because if there's some damaged plaster, you can have lath and nails and stuff sticking up. So you just want to be real careful when you are entering that property. Wear a mask if you have anything. Just to try to protect yourselves and your lungs. If you are able to safely enter the property, the next step would be documenting. You want to take photos as you can. Take a look at the property, verify if it's secure, and a lot of this stuff will be discussed with you, with your fire chief or whoever's there on site. But if there was a forced entry, do we have to secure the property with board up or roof tarp? Things to consider. So, and then contact your local SERVPRO branch and your insurance company. The quicker SERVPRO gets a call, the quicker we can respond, get your property secured, and start working on getting you documented and back to your house condition.
Wow, that's really, really good information. Thank you for that, Kevin. And Kevin, what are the most common mistakes that people make after a fire?
I'd say the most common things are going to be, re-entering too soon, right? Going back in, end up getting injured or hurt in the process, not doing a thorough job on documenting and throwing stuff away or trying to deal with it themselves. They're either throwing stuff away and then realizing it's too much to handle, filing an insurance claim, and the stuff that was discarded wasn't documented properly, so there's no reimbursement on it, or the stuff that they wanted to salvage is now it's been cleaned improperly, and some of that soot and has been embedded and is now permanent damage, and we're not able to repair it or back to its pre-loss condition.
Yeah. Wow. That's really good information to know so that if that situation ever comes up, we can act accordingly and prevent some of these mistakes.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. So, Kevin, what should property owners do right now to minimize risks?
Some of the basics, right? Homeowner 101 would be, making sure that you have your smoke detectors installed, the batteries, check them and make sure that they're functioning properly. Um, if you don't have a fire extinguisher, go get one. And if you do have them, make sure that they're fully charged, not expired, and accessible. All right, don't just say I have one and it's tucked in the basement on a shelf, right? And then obviously keeping a clean and orderly home. Don't pile stuff around your mechanicals, HVAC and water heaters. That stuff, chimneys, they get hot and they can facilitate a fire. So making sure you have adequate insurance coverage. If you've recently remodeled and your house is worth more than what you originally insured for because you had the policy 5 years ago, talk to your agent. Make sure that they're aware of your current estimated value of your home so that you have adequate coverage in case of an emergency, in case something like this happens.
That's great. Thank you for those tips, Kevin. That's really, really helpful. So, Kevin, everything that you shared has been really valuable, and we want to encourage everybody who's watching not to wait until it's too late. We put together a free smoke and fire damage prevention guide, which is a quick reference for what to do before, during, and after smoke damage. You can click the link below to download it, and if you need professional help, reach out today. We'll make sure that your property is protected. Thanks for watching, and thank you, Kevin.
Thank you. Take care, guys.